یک دقیقه با فارسی گپ میزنم بعد از باز با انگلیسی گپ میزنم. دوستای عزیزم ما شما که جمع شدیم بسیاری گپای ما یک کمیونیکیشن و افهام بین خود ماست. شعارهای ما باید در رابطه با چیز باشه که ما از این وایت هاوس ما در واقع دیمند ما we don't have anything to demand from ما کدام دیمند از we don't have any demand from the government of Afghanistan. Actually, we don't have any respect for the government of Afghanistan, and we don't demand anything from this government. This is 16 years. America is sending billions of dollars to Afghanistan. The Afghan government, instead of building hospitals, roads, buildings, schools, instead of using that to help our economy, our agriculture, instead of that they're using it to kill our people. For years we didn't know. Now we know who is behind all, or at least most of the suicide bombings in Afghanistan. That is what we want from the White House. Mr. Trump, just 3 days ago or 2 days ago, 3 American soldiers lost their lives in eastern Afghanistan, killed by the same people that the government of Afghanistan called them their brother and support them by billions of dollars of American tax dollars. In other words, your tax dollar, American tax dollar, is the reason why those 3 soldiers were killed. This is our demand from you, Mr. Trump. I hope that somebody in here is presented with 2 years to take this to the White House. Don't waste American tax dollar by billions of dollars in Afghanistan. They are being used for killing American soldiers, for getting bad names for American people. Today the Afghan people hate Americans because they think you are responsible for all these injuries and suicide bombings. They don't know that you want to help the Afghan government to help the Afghan people. But this government is the biggest enemy we have. And this government is a puppet for all the enemies of America. Their mentality is the same like Taliban. They share the same mentality. That is why the Afghan government is the closest friend of the Taliban. Gulbuddin. 3 years ago, Ashraf Ghani, in an interview with Voice of America, here in America, he said that we're going to bring all the madrasas from Pakistan to Afghanistan so our Talib brothers can go there instead of Pakistan. He did. Last week or last month, he hired the best principal for those madrasas, Gulbuddin Ayar. And what they produce in those madrasas, hatred against Jews, against Muslims, against Christians, against all the people in the world. They are responsible for killing thousands and thousands and thousands of Americans in Afghanistan. So please, don't send your money to the Afghan government. They are using your money to kill your soldiers. They are using your money to raise intiharis and suicide bombers. Today, Afghanistan is incubating the worst terrorists in the world. But we are sending billions of dollars. So please, we are here, Mr. Trump. We are not for a picnic here. This message is very strong message. We are not here to even protest the Afghan killings in Afghanistan. It is your soldiers. It is American people. It's American tax dollars that is going to waste in Afghanistan. And if it is not going to waste, it's being used to kill Americans, to gain bad name for you, for this White House. People in Afghanistan think that this White House is the worst enemy that we have in the world. Please, all the fans to the government of Afghanistan, loud, everybody, please Please. All the funds to the government of Afghanistan. The government of Afghanistan is the biggest sponsor of all suicide bombings in Afghanistan. Mr. Trump, your money is not only responsible for killing of Afghans, it is responsible for killing of American soldiers. We don't need increase of soldiers. We need the policy change in Afghanistan. That is going to help America. That is going to help Afghanistan. So the demand that we have in here from you, as you said, during the elections, that we have Muslim problem. Yes, we have Muslim problem in Afghanistan. That Muslim problem is being sponsored by Ashafghani. We are all Muslim. We are not that problem. We are not the problem that they want to say. We are Muslims, but we are not the Muslim problem. The Muslim problem is Ashraf Ghani's government, Karzai, and people like them. They are using and abusing $2 trillion in Afghanistan for the last 16 years. What do we have, Mr. Trump? In Afghanistan, what do we have? Nothing. We have the biggest kind of worms in Afghanistan. Except that, what do we have? Somebody needs to come and tell us, what do we have? The government of Afghanistan is using your dollar to sponsor worse suicide bombs in Afghanistan. It is not the Taliban. It is not Gulbuddin. That Muslim problem that you're talking about, it was Karzai and it is Ashraf Ghani. The Afghan government needs to go. We need to have a different government. Mr. Trump, it is time to look for alternatives in Afghanistan. So please bring all the help to the Afghan government.
They want us to get out of the park.
My license.